What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Total Warhammer video for you guys today. And we've got a juicy one for you guys. The Lizardmen versus the Tomb Kings. And you can already see there's some shots coming in. So guys, we are playing as the Lizardmen. My opponent is playing as the Tomb Kings, the undead Skelly boys. As for our build, we've got 4 groups of Saurus spears with shields. Shield variant because we wanted to go against any archery units, which my opponent didn't actually bring. He did bring a couple of Ustapi great bows, but the shields aren't going to do much against those gigantic arrows. We've also got a feral Carnosaur and a feral Bastillodon set out in the woods here. 2 groups of the Salamander hunting packs, a Saurus Scarvet on a Carnosaur, as well as having 2 Cold One Riders on each flank. We also have a Slann Mage Priest of the Fire class. Went with Fire because we are fighting the undead, so obviously these guys are going to be more susceptible to fire. And our Slanny boy, he's just having a bit of a sleep here. Just having a little bit of a toad nap. No, not much of a concern here. He's just sleeping away. I've never actually noticed that before. These guys just like totally sleeping, or like what? Meditating. That's the correct term. Don't lie to us. We just totally know you're having a sleep. Oh, we also have 2 groups of Ripidactyl riders that were Vanguard deployed. Now, as for my opponent's forces, always seems to bring the right things to counter me. He's got 4 groups of the Tomb Guard with halberds. You can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a group of Nehekara warriors. He's got 3 groups of the Ustapis, I believe. 1, 2, 3 groups. 2 groups of the Ustapi with great bows. A Bone Giant. High Queen Khalida on her serpent snaky thing. I can't remember what they're called, the correct term. Bone Serpent, I think. Maybe, no. She's also got a Tomb Prince as well on a horse. Literally an army dedicated to anti-large, which is what we should have brought in a previous match, but we won't talk about that. As well as that, there's a Tomb Scorpion set out here in the woods. So guys, without further ado, let's get this battle underway. So our first thought and first instinct is to try and shut down that Bone Giant, because he is going to snipe the heck out of our Slann Mage Priest. So like, alright, let's try and send the Ripidactyls in, try and keep the Bone Giant occupied. Look at this shot coming right in. Oh, direct hit right there. The poor bloody Slann Mage. So we're like, alright, we need to send in our Saurus Scarvet, our Feral Carnosaur. Got to try and shut down that Bone Giant ASAP. We do send our Ripidactyl Riders into the Nehekara Warriors, as well as into the Tomb Princes with the Halberds. Not a good idea because obviously they're going to get destroyed from the Tomb Princes, Tomb Guard with the Halberds. I just didn't really know what else we could have sent them up against. We do pop a Shield of the Old Ones here to try and protect ourselves, because our Slann Mage Priest is already on half health. So that's definitely not something you want to see. Ripidactyl Riders over here are routing off. Another shot coming in. Look at that damage. But we do send back some Slann Mage Priest fire, shredding into those Tomb Guards. And the Saurus Scarvet has managed to make it to the Bone Giant unimpeded, which is great because he's now in melee, which means that he won't be firing any of his gigantic bone shots into us. And the Slann Mage Priest, I forgot that they got a ranged attack. It's really good here. You can see we've got the Ripidactyls floating up. The Nehekara Warriors are starting to crumble. And we do try to get a rear charge on the... I think we do send them in on that. And a juicy, Flame Vortex coming in, shredding through our units and some of my opponents. And I didn't actually notice that we took that much damage from before. And the Salamanders are coming in. They are firing away as well on the Ustapi, the Bone Giant, and the Saurus Scarvet. A Flaming Skull coming down the mountainside, shredding through the Ustapi as well. I think we were trying to get the group of Tomb Guard as well with the Halberds. These Salamanders, they're doing a really bang-up job against all these dudes. The Bone Giant is crumbling. He is starting to rout as well. But we just want to try to get rid of him. We do have the Cold One Riders facing up against the Tomb Scorpion as well. And the Saurus Scarvet is now going up against the Tomb Prince, which is not the optimal engagement that we want, because the Tomb Prince does have the anti-large capabilities. And our Saurus Scarvet is absolutely surrounded by the Tomb Guard with halberds, so that's not the encounter that we want here. So our Slann Mage Priest, he's still back here firing away. He is firing every now and again, but he does get slightly obstructed. Do pop a Shield of the Old Ones on the Salamander hunting packs, and a Banishment does go down over here, just sucking in all these juicy Tomb Guards, as well as some of our Saurus Spears. I apologize for that, guys. A lot of our front line has crumbled, but so has my opponents. The balance of power is still about halfway. Shield of the Old Ones goes down, and the Slann Mage Priest is still susceptible to the Bone Giant because we have not managed to rout him off. The Cjthecheesedj is running off as well. We do see this, and we do try to transition our Feral Carnosaur onto here. And right now we are trying to duke the bloody Bone Giant, but it's not working too well for us. As you can see, he's still managing to deal quite a lot of damage. And our Feral Carnosaur, he's rampaging. He's in a battle with the Toon Scorpion, with High Queen Khalida. And the Slann Mage Priest, he's just taken a lot of damage. This is not something that we want from our leader. We still had about 40 Winds of Magic left as well. So we definitely didn't want him dying. And you can see, oh, another big shot coming in from the Bone Giant. Flame Vortex, Burning Skull going down. Trying to just mop up as many units as I can. And you can see we do manage to get through the rest of these Tomb Guards. The Shtap is here as well. And we do manage to pop that off just before he goes down. 716 health. He's not looking too good right now. He's pretty weak at the moment. So we've got a bunch of rampages over here. And, ooh, very close shot there. But I'm pretty sure this next shot does fully connect. And you will see our Slann Mage Priest go down. There is some Winds of Magic being used over there. Or maybe a Flame Vortex? Or Rampaging. I think that's Rampaging. Here comes another shot from the Bone Giant. And just like that, our Slanny boy, Toadie, goes down just like that. So it's a damn shame because this guy is literally crumbling for half of those shots. And our Cjthecheesedj, we do keep trying to bring him back. You can see we've popped Foe Seeker. And he just keeps wavering. I don't know why he was breaking for over here when there's nothing around him. We do send the Feral Carnosaur to try and shut down the Bone Giant. But it's a little bit too late, as you can imagine, and things are not looking too hot for us. We do bring the Salamander hunting packs back into the fray to try and shut down the rest of this Scorpion. I mean, it's already crumbling. These guys literally get into like 10 feet of it, and they're like, oh my god, we're going to run away from the dying undead Scorpion and the dying undead here that have 3 units left, whereas we're a huge-ass unit. And yeah, you can see there, just like that, they crumble, but they straight away rout off, which is really annoying. Feral Carnosaur up here is rampaging. We do manage to finally shut down the Bone Giant, but it's a little bit too late. Bit of friendly fire from the Feral Bastiladon, charging right into the Feral Carnosaur. Right now, our thought process is if we can shut down High Queen Khalida, we should still have a chance to win this fight. But the Tomb Prince comes charging in, and he is going to shred through these 2 units because, well, he's got the anti-large capabilities. Feral Bastiladon, he don't care about no Tomb Guard. He's just pummeling right through them, chasing after High Queen Khalida. She is significantly faster than the poor old boy, but that's still not going to stop him. We do still have a group of Saurus Spears back here, and we do try to engage them, but a big explosion goes down from Khalida, and does deal a pretty decent amount of damage to our Saurus Spears. But you can see we are laying in the hurt on him. These guys have anti-large. She is a large unit because of her mount. But, you know, things are looking pretty dire as is. We don't really have much of a force left. We've got 2 groups of the Salamander hunting packs. I was trying to bring them back because I was like, if we can bring them back, we should be fine. The Cjthecheesedj routed off, shattered for no reason. Like, I don't know why. We just could not get him back into the fray at all. Maybe it was because of his low health. But unfortunately, just like that, guys, we do lose the battle. If we had managed to have shut down that Bone Giant earlier, I reckon we could have won with our Slanny boy. But we got to the fight with our Slann Priest on like 3/4 of a bar missing. So we did what we could with our Winds of Magic as best as we could. But definitely not an optimum build here. The Cauldron Riders did really good. I think we would have benefited a lot from having some Temple Guards. Something much more solid and even like an artillery unit. So we could have fought back against the Bone Giant. And probably the Pahak Sentinels as well, the Regiment of Renowned Pterodon Riders, because they do have anti-large and they would have easily been able to shut down the Bone Giant. So a little bit of a loss there. Well played to my opponent. But guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next one. I got this soda.